It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got J.C. Jackson.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Here come the Bengals now to take over. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
And Mahomes going to put it up right away. He completes this to Russell Gage. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 19 carries, 66 yards.
I can remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Mahomes now to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in 1 uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
To throw, it's Mahomes. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, complete. It's Harvey. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On first down, it's Rodriguez. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The Lions at 4-3, a game over 500. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Tell me I didn't just see these first 2 possessions. I mean, is this one of those cases of anything you can do, I can do
better?
Maybe not better, huh?
Worse?
Yeah, just a little bit. Very sloppy start. I think maybe a case of the nerves for both teams.
And now we're back to an even playing field. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there, not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
He's got a man here. It's Montgomery. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. They try again with Montgomery. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the line. Montgomery diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. That time a 6-play drive. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They had to fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Steps away. And he fires one incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They'd lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into 1st downs and hopefully points.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw here.
They're going back to the same well. It's Hockenson again.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. Over the middle, it's complete. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. That one goes against Deion Dawkins. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. So the screen pass goes backwards. That play seemed to have a potential disaster written all over it from the start.
I mean, wasn't that a tough spot on the field to make that call? You're inviting defensive linemen and linebackers to get pressure. So if one of them sniffs this out, you're definitely in danger. And this time, it cost them 2 points.
Pulled in at the 24. Detroit's offense ready to take over.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. They'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Rodriguez. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 17. Back to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Rodriguez. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Second and 1. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harvey. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Back to throw again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Lions have moved out in front.
I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Now Cade York for the extra point.
It's up and good, and the lead now moves to 9-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Going down the middle, and it's complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
This one swung out to Montgomery.
Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Now is the punter, Jordan Stout.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So here are the Lions to take over. They've got the lead as they begin this drive 1st and 10, trying to forget about that loss last week to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. On 2nd down now. It's Rodriguez, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Rodriguez. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's Jake Camarda now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Mahomes. It's complete to Diggs. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Mahomes to throw. Got a throw right sideline is complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go to the bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try to go with the quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Mahomes now on 1st down. Completes it again to Gage. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it's 2nd down. Now it's Mahomes again. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bottling him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to move back in front. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 5. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Taking it about the 1. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
York able to send this one through, and that will cut the lead down to just 2.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Open man, Higby, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime.
Past the halfway point of the season, and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The Lions offense now with the football first here to begin quarter number 3.
So, Charles, we saw pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On second down, it's Rodriguez. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. Rodriguez.
And this will wind up a Lions first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figured out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, you pointed out to me at half, seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Back to throw here.
That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
On second down now, it's Rodriguez. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it. And they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They go play fake. Mahomes. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't fit in. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Mahomes going to throw.
This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. Nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, and it's 4th down.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. .47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Back to throw.
That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They'll set up a throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Rodriguez. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Yeah, on 3rd down, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You always hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
Here comes the Lions punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now here's Mahomes. Higbee secures it over the middle. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. They'll go option to the short side. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a 1st down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Mahomes. And he's going to have the hook up to get. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty. So that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. I'm not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision.
That's complete to his tight end, Higbee.
They're going to get this down near the 45-yard line.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bengals have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead.
Trying to run it in with Montgomery.
And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7.
So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL.
Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. To throw again on second down. Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. The Bengals on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And Diggs has it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Back to Montgomery on second down. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. The offense on third down, they've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on third down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And Detroit getting set to go now.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll keep it on the ground. Rodriguez. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. On third down, it's Rodriguez. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards on the play there. It's a drive will continue.
The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They'll run on first down. Rodriguez.
And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Rodriguez. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 47 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the tackle, defense.
The Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Call it a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a 4th down. 4th and goal.
Well, we saw him score on the ground earlier in the ball game. This time, the defense says not so fast.
Yeah, that's good scouting and good awareness, isn't it? Because you always have to be wary of him keeping it himself, especially in this part of the field. Because if he doesn't like what he sees, you know he'll take off and try and go for it himself.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
York able to send this one through.
And that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3, and I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he stopped immediately there. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down.
Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call. In that situation, sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
So now the Lions down on the scoreboard. 2:06 to play. How costly of an interception will that be? It's time to find out. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Harvey. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
He's got to complete to Waddle.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. He finds his man, complete. That's Rodriguez. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Three yards remain for 2nd down.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Harvey.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Harvey.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harvey.
And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Extra point by York is up and good.
So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Mahomes to throw it. He gets this complete to Diggs. At 5 yards, not going to cut it here. That clock continues to run.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. Mahomes, as he'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
Mahomes.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions,
and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Detroit,
the victory means they'll up their mark to 5-3 on the year.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams.